Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Today we've got another flashlight. Olight likes to send us flashlights to review, which we really enjoy because they make some really killer flashlights. They've got a lot of cool features and they work well. So we enjoy getting them and we enjoy reviewing them. So thanks Olight for this one, and let's go ahead and talk about it. This has some of the same standard kit that their flashlights tend to come with. Before we actually get to the flashlight, we'll talk about some of the accessories and I'll clear up the table. It comes with this little bag that you can put the flashlight in. That's got drawstrings to pull it tight so the flashlight doesn't escape. That's kind of a nice feature. It does come with a lanyard that's adjustable, and you can choose to install it or not. And one cool feature about it is it's got this little tail on it to make it easy to start it, to get it in there. A lot of times these lanyards can involve a whole lot of bad words trying to get them set up, but this one's really easy to do. It comes with a black clip, and there's a blue clip already on it. You just pop the clip off and switch it around. So if you want all black, you can do that and make it easily match. And it comes with its charging cable. It's kind of a weird looking charging cable, and that's because it's magnetic. And a lot of their flashlights are like that. You put the magnetic tail cap on it and it will charge. Now one thing you'll find on this that's a nice convenient feature, if I hook it up to this battery and it starts charging, the light will turn red when it's charging, it'll turn green when it's charged. So you can stand the thing upright and just walk by it and see if it's charged and ready to go. And this is just a USB charger. You could charge it from your computer or any kind of USB power source, car, or whatever you got. And then when you're ready to use it, you just pop it off and go on your way. So now that we're past the accessories, we'll get back to the flashlight itself. It's a knurled aluminum housing. It's really nice and grippy, but it doesn't hurt. These aren't sharp, so they don't bite into you. But if you get a hold of this flashlight and you're getting sweaty, you're outside, you're running around, you're not going to drop it. And it's got one other really cool feature on the back. For the charging ring is also a magnet. So you can hang the flashlight from a surface. So you could use it as a work light. Now I'm hanging it off a magazine, but you would hang it off a toolbox, a car hood, whatever it is you're trying to work on. Or you can lay it down, and once it hits the clip, it won't roll. You'll see that the flashlight is on, and it's not producing a whole lot of light. And that's the moonlight mode. It's got multiple modes. This moonlight mode is a very low power mode. It only produces a half lumen, but it will last for 60 days in that mode. So as far as like a power failure light, an emergency light, a navigation light to just see where you're at, that works quite well. It's easy to get to the various modes. I'll turn it off, and now of course the flashlight's off. When you turn the flashlight on, just with a single press, it remembers what mode it was in. You can go from the moonlight mode, or turn it off, or if I hold the button, it'll go to the next mode up. And this is low, and low is 15 lumens. It'll last for 100 hours, and that's a decent amount of light. And keep in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to take this flashlight outside to our high-tech flashlight testing facility, otherwise known as the Lanai, and we'll show you what it looks like in the dark. But you know, as far as just walking through the modes, we'll do that in here. And the other thing, this is an IPX8 rated flashlight, so it's rated to be waterproof. So we're going to throw it in the pool. When I take it up to the medium mode, it's 120 lumens. Now you're getting a decent amount of light, but you're still going to last for about 14 hours. And then it has a high mode, which now is starting to overload the camera, but that high mode is 400 lumens, and it'll last for 4 hours. There's one other mode I'm going to show you, and it's called turbo mode. And you're probably not going to be able to tell the difference here with the camera, but if I double click this real quick, it goes into turbo mode. And what turbo mode does is it gives you 1150 lumens. I gotta get it to turn off. Gives you 1150 lumens for about 2 minutes. After which it will start to kick down to 400. It'll gradually taper down to 400, the high mode. And once it's on that, it'll last for about 3.8 hours. That turbo mode gives you a brief period of time of intense light. You can reach out over 400 feet with it. But it does get hot, and rather than just shutting off or damaging the LED, it'll taper down to the high mode. After which, you know, it's still a decent amount of light. You still got 400 lumens, which is a pretty good amount of light. One of the capabilities of this is that it takes a replaceable 18650 battery. So if I take it apart and pop it out, it comes with an 18650 battery, and it's a 3200 milliamp hour. This is an Olight battery, but it'll work with any battery. So you can buy any 18650 and put it in here, and this flashlight will function. So it's a very versatile flashlight. It also has a strobe mode. If you triple click it, you've got that annoying strobe mode. You can triple click it again and put it back into normal mode, or you can turn it off. A lot of cool features in a relatively small package. It's 3.94 inches long. This is the second generation of their S2R Baton, so it's about 5% shorter than the prior one. And it's 0.91 inches in diameter, so it's under an inch in diameter. A little bit longer if you consider the clip. And it weighs 3.47 ounces, so it's not heavy. Most of the weight's actually the battery. So it's really a well-designed flashlight that produces a whole lot of light. So at this point, probably enough talking about it. We'll take this thing outside. We'll show you what it looks like in the dark. We'll get it wet, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Here we are outside with the flashlight sitting at the bottom of the pool, because again, it's IPX8 rated, so we're going to give that a test. And I learned from last time I did this, I got a string attached to the thing, because last time I did one of these I ended up to my armpit in water. So you'll see that I just pulled it off the bottom of the pool, and it's having no trouble whatsoever. And I'm going to start by turning it off briefly, so you can see just how dark it is out here. There is some, we're in a city area, so there is some light pollution, but it's pretty dark out here, and I can't even with my own eyes see the end of the pool. So I'm going to turn it on in the moonlight mode. And in moonlight mode, you can see a little bit of light down there. The camera may or may not be picking it up, but I can see with my eyes. But in moonlight mode, you don't get a lot of light, but you get a long longevity. I'm going to kick it up to low. And even on low, which is the lowest regular mode of it, you can see that it casts a pretty good beam, and when I aim it at the various areas, I can see clearly enough to identify something out there. Kick it up to the next mode to medium, and at this point I'm getting a serious amount of light here. I'm having no problem seeing down there, and in the areas that are in the center of the beam it's nearly daylight. High, it's like having the lights, it's like daylight out here. I'm having no problem seeing, and as I move back and forth it lights up pretty good, and the beam spread is really good. I'm going to turn it off for 1 second and then fire it up in turbo. And then turbo, it's kind of hard to tell the difference with the camera, but this is its maximum light mode, which is actually pretty seriously bright. So as you can see, this flashlight puts out a whole lot of light in a relatively small package that's waterproof, so if you drop it in the lake, drop it in the water or whatever, it's not going to hurt it, and it's pretty solid. So you can see from taking it outside, you get a pretty decent amount of light. Of course, we've got our lanai area is a little over 30-some feet from point to point. We don't have an area where we can demonstrate the 400 feet mode, but you can see by how well it lit the area up what it's really potentially capable of. But again, thanks Olight for sending us light. This light's going to be on sale by the time when you see this video, as far as it's available for about $69.99. They constantly run sales. I know that there's probably going to be some Black Friday sales coming up because it's the time of year for that, but they're constantly running sales. So if you're interested in this flashlight, you can check their site out and see what different sales are going on. And we're going to put a link on our affiliates page that you can go to our affiliates page, and the links to the affiliates page is in the description. And it'll take you right to Olight's store so that you can look at this flashlight or any of the others. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Patreon, and have a great day. Thank you.